I'm Annabelle, and I'm crocheting one great hexagon for every book I read this year. So by the end of the year, I will have a blanket full of reading memories. And let's talk about the girl I was. It's the last book that I read. Let's be honest, it took me months to read this book. Not because it wasn't good. It was good. It just hit very close to home, and while I was reading it, life happened. But yeah, my sad little booklet looks so beat up, like it went for war, and it kind of did. Give you a little synopsis of this. So we have our main character Alexis, who is in her 30s, in the current time, and then so Alexis loses everything and ends up face to face with her younger self, and blames all her problems on the girl she was, and find out that her younger self was right. She never took any responsibility for herself. So when she finally forgives herself and like accepts everything that's happened in her life and takes some responsibility for herself, she finally is transported back to her time in her 30s. And everything, if you love a 13 going on 30 dream of getting to go back and fixing everything that went wrong, this book reminds you that you can't. Everything it does happen for a reason. Every mistake, every heartache, every choice shapes who you are today and prepares you for what your future has for you. Finally forgave yourself and everything changed. This book is about opening up in the best way. About healing, about accountability, about learning to love every version of yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, who's going to? You gotta love yourself first before anybody else can. So this book is everything about that. And here is a few quotes. I kept going through the book that I resonated hard with, because I do say some of these things sometimes, and some of these I never heard before. But my favorite is, everything happens for a reason. I'm gonna add on to that. I like that was the one I usually use all the time, because I'm like, if nothing happens for a reason, then there's no reason for anything. So why are we all here? So yeah, and then other ones she had was like, things go wrong, so you appreciate when they go right, and everything works out in the end. Because if it's not okay, it's not the end. But I have to say, something probably people don't even know about this book that I have to put in like my 2 cents about. Like, it's totally out of left field, but hear me out. I am definitely on Andrew's side about bacon, because Alexis loves chewy bacon, Andrew loves crunchy bacon, and I'm like, if that bacon is not crunchy, I don't want it. So yes, I'm with Andrew all the way. Bacon should be crispy always. So yes, crispy bacon all day, every day. See the granny square. So we have the first 3 layers. I usually have like 1 layer for that, but this cover is so depth and depth. I was doing like small layers, and then this is how we got here we are. So I thought we have black, purple, and the pink for the cover. Then 5 stars because I absolutely loved this book, and teal because it was YA fiction, and cherry red because I finished it in November. So this project won't be done till December 31st. Loses everything that has meaning to her, or anything in her life. Like, loses her job, that her boyfriend breaks up with her. Everything happens within like a matter of a day, basically. But it really hadn't really happened in a matter of a day, because it was happening her whole life. She just didn't put any work in and thought that everything happened. Everything worked out in the end.